What's up, you guys? It's Brandi. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Today I'm coming on to bring you guys another foundation review video for the foundation series. It's been a minute since I've been on here doing any types of videos, so I'm just excited to get back, but I'm still like, it's a little bit different for me because trying to get back into the groove of things is always just weird, and I'm having to do so many takes of the same thing just because it's not like second nature to me anymore. Also, we've recently moved and I have a whole new studio set up where I'm still trying to work out the lighting, the backgrounds, and all of that, and also the noises that are going on because we're in a new construction zone. So if you guys hear any other noises behind me, I'm sorry, or on top of my voice, I guess you could say, I'm sorry, because it's just like construction happening outside, and also upstairs I'm in like an open space, so you might hear some things happening upstairs as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing what foundation I'm going to be giving a try today, then just stay tuned. All right, you guys know how I do it here on the channel. I'm first going to introduce what foundation we're trying out today, show you guys the packaging of it, talk a little bit about that. Then we're going to jump into what the claims are for the foundation, and then get right into the demo and wear test. So today we're going to be giving a try the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear hydrating foundation. This is what the packaging looks like. It's just a nice glass bottle, very simple, but it does have a pump to it, so I was excited about that. One other thing that I do like about this packaging is the fact that because it's a glass bottle, I'm happy that they did not make this frosted. I hate when companies do that because when you're going into the store and trying to shade match, it's really hard because the frosting kind of distorts what the shade is itself. I have up here on my phone the Sephora website. It says that this is supposed to be a comfortable, natural, matte liquid foundation that hydrates and won't settle into pores and fine lines. It won't oxidize or transfer for up to 24 hours. It's supposed to be medium coverage. I believe on the box it says buildable, like medium to full buildable coverage. Yeah. Oil-free, controls oil all day. It's supposed to be sweat, humidity, and exercise resistant, color true, transfer resistant, demi-matte finish. And it also says you can pretty much apply this in a number of ways. You can use a brush, a sponge, or your fingertips. As usual, you guys know I like to use two different beauty tools when applying foundations just to see if there's any difference in how they apply, the coverage they give, the finish they give, and all of that. So I'm going to use my beauty blender on one side, and I'm going to use my Morphe M439 brush on the other side. I'm going to pump, I don't know, maybe like one full pump, or we'll just do like a pump and a half. I feel like a full pump never comes out. So this is what the consistency is. You guys see it's pretty liquid. So to me that means it's gonna sit well on my face and hopefully like absorb into my skin and make it look more natural. It's all in my head, of course. So I'm gonna try to use just that over my entire face because normally I go a little bit ham when it comes to foundation and stuff like that, and I don't want to do that today. I think I'm going to go in with a brush first because I'm excited to see if this really covers everything up, all of my blemishes. So I'm going to use it on this side because I feel like I have more blemishes over here. Okay, I'm already seeing the shade match is pretty good, but that 1.5 pump or 2 pumps, however much you want to say it was, is not enough. So I'm going to go ahead in with another full pump and like load it up on my skin because I'm trying to get, you know, as much coverage as I can today to cover up all of these blemishes that I'm rocking right now. Okay, this looks really good. I don't feel like it's really a natural matte that it's drying down to be. I feel like the shade match isn't bad. I don't feel like it's super spot on, but I can work with it for sure. It's not giving me full coverage, and I put almost a full pump on this side of my face, so you can still see this blemish coming through and this one for sure. So now I'm thinking like maybe I should have color corrected. I don't know, because these are a little bit more pronounced than normally on my skin. I'm gonna go to the other side and go ahead and blend in with the beauty blender, and if it's not enough, then I'm gonna try to layer it up to make it where it's full coverage. The beauty blender gave it even less coverage, so I'm gonna take, I think, like 2 more pumps. That will be like almost 4 pumps on my entire face. And I think I kind of like applying it more so with my beauty blender. That seems like a little bit more of a natural look to it. And I'm also just putting it in the spots where I need extra coverage. Okay, I am seeing that this is drying down for sure, and I am getting more of that natural matte type of finish that it claims to give. Unfortunately, I'm not getting full coverage at all. I don't feel like this is really building up. I'm not noticing that it's settling into my forehead lines like a lot of foundations tend to do that are supposed to be, you know, kind of matte. It is settling a little bit around my smile lines. It's looking kind of dry in those areas, and I feel like because I put more foundation there, that's why it's looking this way. But other than that, I feel like it's not too bad. I do like the finish of it. I like the color of it. I feel like once I put the rest of my, you know, makeup on, my concealer and all of that, that it will look a lot closer to my skin tone and the undertone of it. So what I'm going to end up doing is going and finishing the rest of my face, and then I'm going to come back on and let you guys see what it all looks like put together. I want to go ahead and say what the starting time for this foundation is. It's currently 10:17 in the morning, so we're getting a pretty early start. So I'm going to go and finish the rest of my face and then pop back on, let you guys see what it looks like, tell you how everything else applied, and then we're going to start the wear test. So I will be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I've now finished the rest of my face and tried out a boatload of new products that are all on this face right now with the foundation. Now, there's only really like one thing that I noticed when applying the other products on top of this foundation is that one of them was a little bit hard for me to blend out. It might have been the beauty tool that I use with it, but it was the concealer that I used to do my contour. It was pulling a little bit, and I don't think it was because of the concealer, because the consistency of it was pretty liquid, and when I applied it under my eyes, it blended fine with the beauty blender. But when I tried to blend it around my hairline with a brush, it actually was dragging a little bit, and I kind of think it was because the foundation had already dried all the way down by then to the natural matte finish that it's supposed to give. So I would definitely say that if you're going to be applying liquid products on top of the foundation, that you want to do so before it sets completely, because it was a little bit hard for me to like blend out other stuff. In terms of using powder products on top of it, it was no problem at all. I'm gonna try to leave this foundation on as long as I can, just so we can get as close to that 15-hour, 16-hour wear. Is it 15-hour wear that it claims to give. So I am going to go about the rest of my day, and then I will check back in with you guys at the end of the night to let you know how this foundation has held up. So I'll see you tonight. Okay, you guys, I'm back. It's now the end of the night. It is now 7:58, so basically 8 o'clock. I've had this foundation on for about 10 hours, which is really good for me because this is not how long I normally keep foundation on for. The max that I probably would be like 8 hours, and that's it. But I tried to go a little bit longer. I did use Fix Plus maybe like 1 or 2 times throughout the day, just because my face was feeling a little bit dry and it was looking a little bit dry too, and I just was not liking that at all. I would have to say this foundation has held up really well, with the exception of that. Now, up close, you could definitely tell that this is foundation, which I never like with foundation and products. And normally with medium to full coverage types of formulas, I always get the same type of, you know, consistency, or not consistency, but this same type of wear, I guess you could say, where it looks like foundation after a certain amount of time. It isn't really settling into my fine lines too much more than it was originally. It's definitely still around my smile lines, and up here on my forehead, it's not too bad, but it is starting to settle just a little bit. I do kind of like the way that the foundation looks far off, like on camera and stuff like that, and with my mirror that's a little bit far away from me. But looking at myself up close, I'm not in love with it. Of course, it was not full coverage for me at all. I would not agree with that claim at all. I think I may have gotten like a medium coverage, but there were still some dark spots on my face that I had to go over with a concealer to make sure that it was like completely covered. But I'm seeing that this one right here is actually starting to peek through a little bit, and also the one right here on my nose is peeking through just a little bit. It's not too bad. Like, I'm not the type of person where I just have to have flawless skin. If a foundation tends to break down a little bit and start showing my imperfections, pretty much okay with that, but I know some people aren't. In terms of sweat and humidity, I wasn't really outside that much today, but maybe a few times, and it was pretty hot, but I don't feel like it wore off by me being out there kind of like perspiring just a little bit. I don't know, like I'm a little skeptical with the whole it's supposed to, you know, hold up even if you're exercising. I can't see that happening. I wasn't about to test that out because I do not recommend that you guys wear foundation when you're working out, because your pores are opening up from it being hot and you sweating, and then I feel like the foundation and products are just going and seeping into your skin. It sounds like a disaster. So I wouldn't recommend that you do that. But I definitely wanted to give this a try because I've heard so many people rave about this foundation, about how much they love it and use it so much. So I had to try it out. So that is pretty much all I have to say about this foundation. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video review, make sure you give it a thumbs up, show your girl some love. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the family. As always, and until next time, I will see all of you beauties later. Bye.